So in this video, we are going to practice getting the determinants of 2x2 and 3x3 matrices. We already went over the process of how to get them. I just want to do some more practice with them. So wherever I have the matrix A is equal to 12, 3, negative 2, 4, and I want to find the determinant of A, what that's going to tell me to do is I'm going to take this 12 times the 4, so 12 times 4, minus the 3 times negative 2. So 3 times negative 2. So notice it's this forward diagonal minus the back diagonal. So I get the determinant of A is equal to 48 minus a negative 6. So the determinant of A is equal to 48 plus 6. So the determinant of A is going to be 54. Let's try another one with the 2x2s. Let's look at matrix B. That is going to be 3/8. And I may need to make this matrix a little bit larger. So we have 3/8, 1/3, 6, and 4. And I want to find the determinant of B. Okay, so that's going to tell me I'm going to take 3/8 times 4. So 3/8 times a 4 minus my 1/3 times my 6. So 1/3 times a 6. So I get that the determinant of B is equal to 12/8, because remember I put that over 1 and just multiply straight across, minus, that should be a 1, 6/3. So I can simplify those. So matrix B, or the determinant of B, is, let's see here, divide by 4, so that's going to be 3/2 minus 6/3. So the determinant of B, I'm going to find a common denominator, so I'll multiply this one by a 3, multiply this one by a 2. So that's going to be 9/6 minus 12/6. So the determinant of B is equal to a negative 3/6. Simplify that, determinant of B is equal to a negative 1/2. Okay, so let's look at a 3x3 and try to practice it. So I'm going to have the matrix C is going to be equal to a negative 2, 1, negative 3, 4, 8, negative 1, 3, 2, 0. So anytime I deal with a 3x3, what I'm going to do, remember, is I'm going to recopy these first two columns. So negative 2, 1, negative 3, 4, 8, negative 1. That way, whenever I go to do my determinant of C, I now have absolute columns. And so I'm going to do negative 2 times 8 times 0. So negative 2 times 8 times 0 plus 4 times 2 times a negative 3 plus 3 times 1 times negative 1. 3 times 1 times a negative 1. Now notice I use these first 3 numbers on the top row and do diagonals with those. Now I'm going to come down and use the bottom 3 numbers and do the backwards diagonals with those. And so I'm going to get a negative 3 times 8 times 3. And notice where I switched, I changed to minus signs. So a negative 1 times 2 times a negative 2 minus a 0 times 1 times 4. Nope. Forgot to switch my pen color. Sorry. So that was a 0 times 1 times a negative, or I'm sorry, times a positive 4. So my determinant of C, negative 2 times 8 is negative 16 times 0 is 0. Plus 4 times 2 is 8 times a negative 3 is going to give me a negative 24. Plus 3 times 1 is 3 times a negative 1 is a negative 3. Minus negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. Negative 24 times 3 is going to be a negative 72. Minus negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 times a negative 2 gives me a positive 4. Minus 0 times 1 is 0 times a 4 is still 0. So the determinant of C, 0 plus a negative 24 is a negative 24, minus 3, because I'm going to combine signs, plus 72, minus 4, minus 0. So negative 24 minus 3 is going to give me a negative 27, plus 72 minus 4. That 0 just kind of goes away. Then I have negative 27 plus 72, which is going to give me 45 minus 4. And 45 minus 4 is going to give me a determinant of 41. So try some more of the determinants for matrices of 2x2s and 3x3s, and then let me know if you have questions.